What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Stop it, people. Oh, the Anthony Johnson homosexuals are sick. All the pseudo boxing heads. OIB. It's your man, the YB. OIB. Oh, we've been boxing and my name's so and so and I've been around AJ and his spirit's changed. Oops. Oh. Man, Danny Dubois pops put that yardie voodoo magic on dude. He smoked. People, there's no voodoo magic about it. The guy can't fight. Yeah? He's got no chin. He don't want to fight. He was clinging on for dear life. I told you at the start of the fight. If Dan puts it on him, pop pop, bosh. He ain't gonna want to know nothing to do with it. Oops. Danny D locked into my channel. Pop pop, bosh. Johnson. Who here saw Johnston land another punch after that? Eddie Hearn saying, AJ got back into it and rocked Dubois. Dude, your man's was on the floor into the fight. Danny D got the rock solid chin. He want to fight. He ain't playing with it like Johnston. Johnston don't want to fight. Where's all the AJ homosexuals right now? Where you man at? YB, the right hand. His right hand, YB. Ben Diamato Davison, YB. What else I tell you about Ben Diamato Davison? He had the towel ready. The towel was about to come in. Stop playing. I told you. Yeah, I told you. If Danny D gets on him, stat, don't give him no time to breathe, what's AJ gonna do? AJ needs 5-6 rounds, like with Bumlenius, like with Wallin. Dudes are standing there, doing nothing, to have any confidence. Danny D comes out, pop, his jab. I thought at one point yesterday, I said I think there's a chance that AJ might even be able to outbox Dubois. Definitely not from what we saw. AJ didn't throw one decent shot the whole night. His jab was like, ooh. Same with the Wallin fight. Again, the industry cornballs telling you the Wallin fight was the best thing since sliced bread. The industry cornballs telling you the right hand, his right hand, YB. Oh, who's he ever knocked out with that right hand? A wrestler? Come on. I said that. I said, listen. A real boxer, you're going to see that moody right hand, dropping it to his waist and slinging it off. I didn't see it land once. I think it landed once, and that's when Dubois knocked him spark out. Yeah? That's the difference between wrestling people and boxing. This magical right hand didn't do nothing. In fact, he didn't do nothing. He had no inside game. All this chat about Ben Diamato Davidson. YB, he's in the Matrix now and he can see things and just slip and rip. He can't see anything because he hugging. He looking like Lawrence Okoli and Richard Riakporhe in there. Those are the 3 British nicks here who don't want to fight. Richard Riakporhe don't want to fight. Lawrence Okoli don't want to fight. Anthony Johnston don't want to fight. Danny D, he with the shits. He packing. He with it. He looking to fight. He told you. Again, all the industry pseudo talk sport. Oh, I've boxed before. I'm a professional boxer. All them heads was telling you. Tony Bellew. The bell end. Bellew. Yeah? All them man was telling you. Oh, Danny D scared. Oh, Danny D scared. The man who just walked through Hrgovic is scared. And you got Johnston in there fanning around with Wallin who didn't want to be there. Hrgovic was coming to fight. Danny D didn't get shook. He got punched. People, Hrgovic punched the head off of Dubois for 5 rounds back to back. I didn't have him win the round. Danny D stayed calm. Pop, bosh. Hrgovic want to quit. AJ knocked Spark out. This guy, dangerous. I'm not saying he's going to beat Usyk yet, but people, he getting better. That's for sure. He can punch. And in the Usyk fight, what's that fight about? He too busy playing with Usyk like AJ was. You get on him. Pop, bosh. Too big, too strong. Yeah? Too big, too strong. Too much heart in Dubois. He ain't scared. YB. AJ's been here before. AJ's the stadium fighter. Stadium fighter when? He choked against Mr. Blobby in New York. 50-year-old Vlad almost put him on skates for 5 rounds. Big fighter when? When's he turned up? 10 round with Pulev. 12 rounds of Pulev. Washed up 50-year-old Pulev. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? He's no good. His technique's no good. He can't. I don't think AJ can punch either. I've been saying that. I don't think AJ can punch. Lo and behold, he's in there with someone with a decent chin. He can't punch. He can't punch. He can't box. He couldn't even do the backpedaling well. Dubois was winning that, putting the jab right in his mouth, which I'm surprised about. I thought AJ's little fanny jab would do something. He's got no chin. Yes, he got off the ground, but he didn't want to fight though. He's clinging on. There's no inside game. Yeah? Stop sucking off trainers who buy into this narrative of, oh, the magic punch, the magic matrix. If someone has to sell you hippie spiritual shit, there's something wrong. This is the fight game. Yeah? Hold your feet, tangle with dude. You'd have had a better chance. What we know for a fact is, yeah, especially in the heavyweight division, when you're backpedaling, running, no one ever gets turned off by that. Yeah? Who here sees a lion running off from an antelope running away? They say you don't run away from predator animals because they see you as food. This is basic psychology woven into the genetic code, people. You don't back up. Look at Floyd. Floyd ain't the most aggressive, yeah? Whenever Floyd got rocked, he coming in towards a danger. AJ's out there like chin in the air, pulling back, running, hugging. Pathetic Ben Davison. Ben Davison trying to do this whole mystical shit before the fight. Ooh, I'm not going to say too much. 2-2, my man's got his towel in his hand like I told you he would. Who told you that? Which one of these corny boxing pundits told you Ben Davison would have his hand with his towel ready to go? Stop playing. Not one of them cornball. Talk sport. Not one of them, man. They was too busy glazing off Johnston. And now you man sick. You sick and sorry looking. Where are the Johnston fans at? Where they at? Where they at? We on right now. We on. Where the Johnston homosexuals? Where are you at? I want to hear about people. All the AJ homosexuals out there, yeah. I want to hear about the Matrix. I want to hear about Ben Davison. I want to hear about the right hand. I want to hear about how, oh, yeah, well, years ago he was this style and then he was too cautious. Now he's the best of both worlds. I want to hear the Hovis best of both people. Where is it? You might have a whole bunch to say. He did nothing in there. Nothing at all. Not one thing did he do. Good for nothing, that guy. Get him out of here. He don't listen. It's not about the fact he lost. It's the way he lost. Then he, at points, Dubois beating the dog shit out of him, and he's sticking his tongue out. Like, it's like you're not getting down like that. You're surviving, clinging on. That's what the guy's delusional, and it's because he's surrounded with people trying to glaze him. Eddie Hearn coming out after the fight. Yeah, well, I've never seen anything like it. It was such a good fight. Dubois beat the brakes off him. Hrgovic, it's so funny. Eddie Hearn's a turncoat, yeah? Eddie Hearn promotes Hrgovic. And before the Dubois fight, he was the best thing since sliced bread. Hrgovic loses. Oh, well, Hrgovic can't punch. Hrgovic has no gas. Hrgovic can't box. Hrgovic is better than AJ. That's the fact. Hrgovic got a better chin than AJ. He's quicker and more accurate than AJ. And Hrgovic was having half a fight. AJ had none of a fight. That's the fact of the situation, people. The bottom line fact. Let's look at this cornball. In fact, let's read some supers out. Big shout out to my doggy, Clates, who came through. Clates put some bucks on Triple D as well. So we eating right now. It's a shame, really, I wasn't in such a dire financial situation because I could have put some more on. But 30 bucks paid 110 back. In fact, tonight I got all of the fights right. In principle, I lost the Josh Kelly one because I ended up putting on Josh Kelly unanimous decision, which I should have got really. Yeah, Josh Kelly fell off in the last few rounds, but he won that fight unanimously. Big scam. Big shout out to my doggy, 18T220. You put the bag on Dan. How much did you make? 110 bucks on Dan. Ain't gonna lie. Shout out to my doggy against. He said, shout out to all you mugs, AJ. All you AJ mugs. I'm up 700. Oops. My doggy AC Slater came through. Let me boost up the YB coin and say both fighters worship the shaitan. AJ Chin got taken by Ruiz. Nah, man, Dubois, he walking in the light right now. I'm a believer of Dubois. Yeah, Dubois is with it. There's nothing this guy hasn't done now. Yeah, there's nothing he hasn't done. There's nothing left to prove. 90,000 in Wembley, all the pressure, underdog. He's come through 3 back-to-back underdog fights and wiped them out. AJ's never been wiped out in 5 rounds. Hrgovic has never been wiped out in 8 rounds and looking to quit. And Miller's never been stopped. Mr. Blobby, the big Andy Ruiz, dangerous, speedy, Mexican style. Miller punched him up. So Danny D, I think Danny D's got the best resume now in the game. Forget about Fury. What's he done? Basketball player. The basketball player. That's what you want to talk about. The basketball player. Who's Tyson Fury beat? The most boring fight ever with Klitschko. Forget about Fury. He's no good. Johnston, what's he done? Got head knocked off by Dubois. Head knocked off by a 50-year-old Vlad. Head knocked off by Mr. Blobby and shit himself for 5 years and still shitting himself like I told you he would. AJ's talking about Mafia and Coliseum. He don't have it in here. He's soft. Estrogenic. Bottom line, Danny D, he that guy right now. Yeah? I'm halfway, I ain't gonna lie to you. I might even suck Danny D if he was here right now. No diddy. It's one of them. Beat the brakes off dude. Like he robbed something. I was like, at points I was like, ooh, man. Looking like some, I felt like we needed Al Sharpton in the building. I felt like we needed some BLM in the building. Because that was a black on black crime right there. Rishi Sunak, whatever cornball is. What's the other guy's name right now? We need to get Rishi Sunak involved. We need to get Keir Starmer involved to investigate this black on black violence, people. It's not on in the year of 2024. Yeah? It's not on. This ain't the 1800s, people. This ain't the 1800s. We ain't supposed to see a Nick beat on another Nick like that. This was institutional colonial whooping he put on his ass. That's what happened to Johnston. Look at this guy here. Look at this guy all sorry looking. Yeah? All sorry looking. Because you fought a wrestler. That's what happened when you have easy fights. Because Massa Barry Hearn Lord III put you on. With Hellenius, life and death he was going. Wallin no good. The wrestler no good. Can't box. I told you he can't box. I told you the right hand catch a wrestler. It don't catch a boxer. Because if it did, Mr. Blobby would have been knocked out. Double Cheese Ruiz would have been knocked out. Everyone else would have been knocked out by this magical right hand. No, only a wrestler. He can't even catch Wallin with that right hand. Stop. So yeah, anyway, man. This fight went exactly as I said it would. Danny D, salute to him. It's a hard thing to do, to come out on your job looking to fight, particularly in these estrogenic times. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. Pop, bosh, looking to work. He also had a great second phase. Usually that's what gets AJ got. If all you've got is a first phase, most people can pull back or do something and they're out of range. Dubois would have a first phase and then keep jumping in, having more of a go. And AJ was completely bamboozled. Because when you spar, it's not really usual for people, because you're not, in general, sparring, you don't go hell for leather. So no one's really doubling up with a second phase. They catch you in the first phase, they'll kind of step off or whatever. You ain't trained for it. You ain't trained for someone to be on you like you stole something. This is Nefanderal. What they call it? These are Nefanderal kind of qualities, people. Dubois was whooping on AJ like he was trying to legitimately eat. I told you in the build-up to the fight, Dubois looked malnourished to me. He ain't been eating. He were hungry. These were primitive. Coded deep into the genetic situation. Yeah? He was hungry. He looked hungry to me. Not taking no shit. Just looking to fight. Yeah? When in 50 years or whatever, when Danny D passes away, he need a 21 gun salute. That's what he need. A military burial. This was a military performance. No playing, no messing with this guy. No messing with his goof troop. He played with it. Johnston, he been playing with the sport. Talking the rah-rah, I'm a gladiator. He ain't never shown that. Eddie Hearns, yeah, Dubois quit. He has. He's also punched the head off Hrgovic. He's also punched the head off your man's. Oops. What's your man's done? What's he done? What's AJ's claim to fame? AJ's claim to fame is beating up all the old guys that Vlad beat up. Povetkin, Pulev, Takam. These men are 40 years old. No good. They weren't no good anyway. Do you know what I'm saying? None of them men are pound for pound heavyweights. Or all-time heavyweights. Povetkin. You put Povetkin in there with someone like Burt Cooper. Come on. In today's age, they were top. Yeah, he's the mandatory. People, if 40-year-old Kurbrat Pulev is your mandatory challenger, the division's washed. And this proves that, because Dubois really, he showed in this fight, he has old school qualities. In my build-up, I said, Dan, don't take a back step. I didn't really see him take a back step so much, and even when he did, how the fight ended, I think Dubois backed up after getting caught a little bit. Bosh, he's still looking to fight. He wasn't looking to survive. This is phenomenal, people. In today's age, I'm going to be honest here, against all the odds once again, in the biggest stadium, everyone hating, everyone talking about AJ's right hand, he showed AJ no respect. Look at all the corny fighters we have right now. Today, we have two fighters who want to fight in the heavyweight division. Usyk and Dubois. Fury does not want to fight. He's running somewhere. AJ does not want to fight. Andy Ruiz does not want to fight. Hrgovic, not so much either. Zhang, he run out of gas and he don't want to fight. Again, in my build-up I said, Dana White said it too. In today's age, being hard and letting your balls hang is worth more than its weight in gold. Do you understand, people? Because people are soft, estrogenic. They're too busy doing hippie shit. Oh, spiritual. Oh, this is the spiritual, and there's no good that can prosper against Johnston. Johnston? Come on. He's not a religious leader. Oops, Stanley D popped him in his mouth. Yeah? What, because AJ made a whole bunch of money and whatever else. All of a sudden he's a spiritual guy and he's the most high, and oh, he's been blessed. He got punched up. That's what he did. He got punched up because he's no good. He can't box and don't want to fight. Yeah? There's no psychology about it. There's no hippie spiritual burn some herb shit about it. He can't fight. His technique no good. His chin's in the air. Hands like this. He's scared to throw his hands. And even if he throws his hands, he ain't got no chin. Told you. I said the first time. Stop playing. The first time he clop him here, the fight's over. What happened? He got clopped there. He on skates. He running. He didn't want to fight. All sorry looking at shit. No chin. No chin. No art. Can't fight. No good. He'd been pumped up from day one. They robbed the Olympic win for him. And he's been fighting 40, 50-year-old men ever since, essentially. Hate to break it to you. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. All washed up. And the one guy who was a bit young, Ruiz, popped him in his mouth. And he had to run away. So stop, man. Let's get serious here. This guy no good. And now we need Usyk to wash Fury and then make the battle of the have-never-beens. Yeah? The British never-have-beens. Tyson Fury versus Anthony Johnston. Two dudes completely useless. Good for nothing. Fury can't beat the 165-pound Sean Porter victim. Fact. How can you be 6'8", 270 pounds? Can't do nothing. And then you got Johnston. He fish food for Dubois. So that's what we need right now. You're right, Turkey. You're right. We need to see AJ and Fury. Because 100%. You're right. Oh, my name Turkey. I make AJ Fury no matter what. Good. Because I want to see Dubois versus Usyk. A real fight. Right? I don't want to see some two cornballs who don't want to fight in there. Get him out of here. Like I said, put on the battle of the bums. The battle of the British bums. The big lanky bum who's soft to the body. Yeah? The big lanky Benidormian bum versus the big buff for nothing. What would you call him? Wherever he's from. That type of bum. The Watford bum. The big buff. Good for nothing, sorry. The big buff for nothing. Watford bum versus the big lanky Benidormian, soft to the body, bum. That's what the event will be called. Oh, AB, you're broke and these guys are rich. That's all they've got. That's all they've got. No substance. There's no warrior's paradise for them, man. Just because he got knocked out, it don't mean, oh, AB, you said he should go out on his shield. He didn't go out on his shield. He went out running and clinging on. He did not fight. I'll give Willie Hutchinson credit. That's a guy who was trying to fight. He got the brakes beat off him. And the Cabal nearly robbed Buatsi, but that's a guy. You can say, no one can say Willie Hutchinson didn't come to fight. He come to fight. Johnston did not come to fight. He fought because people around him blow his head. He fought, as many of you Anthony Johnston homosexuals thought, All AJ has to do is look at the floor, bowl his hand to his ankles, and sling it over. Because he caught the wrestler with that. The wrestler like this. That's what you thought. And AJ thought that. And Mr. Mystical Ben Davison thought that. Oops. Turns out you can't just look at the floor, bowl your hand to your waist, and swing it over and knock someone out. That's what you can't do. Because if you could, you'd have caught Usyk with it. You'd have caught Andy Ruiz with it in 2 fights. You'd have caught however many more people you need to mention. When you get to a certain level in boxing, looking at the floor and bowling your arm over, it don't work. Do you understand? It's not about, IB, but his timing and Ben Davidson and timing and his mindset, and he's got a mental coach. Let me tell you this for free. Danny D don't need no mental coach. That's what he don't need. Yeah? Danny D's pops. He ain't hiring no cornball. What? Because you got a degree. What would some university cornball know about having a fight, people? What? Because you wrote a paper on having a fight, or being hard. Yeah? People, I could sum up the whole psychology of fighting in about 1 line. Be hard. 2 words. Be hard. Bosh. Bosh. Suck it in. Chin down. Bite down. Pop, pop. There's the thesis of the paper, people. There's the conclusion of the paper. There's no amount of PhD Cambridge scientists that are ever going to be able to sort out Johnson's head. There's no amount of spiritual waffle people talk about that are going to sort out Johnson's head. And even if he sorted his head out, he's still no good. He's still got no chin. Daniel Dubois' chin is the 10-10. I've never seen him rocked. I'm confident now. Lorena was a knee issue. Anyway, people, I think I'm going to leave it there. Let me read some of the comments out, and then we're going to get out of here. I'm going to do a longer video tomorrow, but this was an emotional one still. I'm just buzzing. Because I've been waiting for this guy to get popped. I'm not going to lie. I've been waiting for him to get popped. This is another great fight, to be fair. Johnston versus Wilder. The battle of who's the most washed up. Yeah? This is legitimately one of the most exciting fights I could ever think of. Because these two are washed up. Like I've never before seen. Right? Completely washed up. Eddie Hearn talking about we've got a rematch clause. What's he gonna do? He don't want to fight, man. People, in the prime of AJ's career, when Mr. Blobby hit him on the side of his head, when Double Cheese hit him on the side of his head, yeah. How did he come back in that rematch? And this was when he was young and naive. He shit himself. What do you think you're going to do with Danny D? Because Danny D hasn't got slow feet like Ruiz. Danny D has got a second phase. He'll pop, and just start moshing. What's AJ going to do? All that pulling back and dancing around works when you've got someone like Andy Ruiz who's lazy, not in shape, don't want to throw his hands, and don't want to move his feet. And/or can't move his feet. AJ won't be able to run from Dubois. The more you run from a predator, from a Nefanderal, from a Zulu Nefanderal like Daniel Dubois, the more he get turned on. He loved chasing that sweet butt around. Pause. No, did he? That's right up down. What's AJ going to do? Run around and try and box? He's get popped even quicker. Because Danny D will become swarming in. Do you understand? Big shout out to my doggy Alpha DS1 for coming through and boosting up the YB, no doubt about it. YB, you best to put my Jim Fenner on. What's Jim Fenner? A tenner? Yeah, I put a tenner. I put 30 quid on Dubois yesterday. It paid out 111 quid. Bosh! Yeah. It's not really about the coin, to be fair, but I'm almost happy to. It was a win-win for me. Tell a lie. Yeah. AJ gets smoked, or Dubois got smoked, so I guess it wasn't a win-win. Dubois won, and we on right now. Yeah? Salute to Dubois. He the real deal. AJ Leaky Defense Pro. Commentator still in your bars, yep. It's been happening, man. It's been happening. AJ's defense, I've been saying for years, AJ's defense is... Me and Michelle were watching it. AJ came out like this. Michelle saw his chin. If you watch people box here from the side profile and you see nothing but the crowd here, there's a problem there. Look at Buatsi even. Buatsi's chin was like this. It helps you take the shots better. Look at this guy here getting his head popped back. I don't want to play that. Look at this guy here, look. I'm trying to see if it gives us early a bit. You can just see, look, you can just see all the crowd here under his chin. See it all. He's walking around like he's having a chat with his mate, like this. He's too neutral. His hands are too neutral. His hands are by his chest. He doesn't have the reactions of someone like Floyd Mayweather to bosh, catch it in. Or he don't have that. He should keep it simple. Again, look at Buatsi. Buatsi kept it simple. In tight and narrow. And I have to say as well, fair play to Dubois. AJ was useless, yeah, but Dubois, I don't know, he seemed pretty tight to me. It doesn't seem like his loosest performance. There were points he was more narrow. But even so, I have to give Dubois even more credit for his boxing, to tell the truth. He was out jabbing AJ. AJ's jabs carried no weight. He was out boxing AJ as well. The bottom line. So I don't know how Dubois... People were saying how great Dubois' jab was. I thought it was quite ponderous and readable, but he was popping AJ right in his mouth every time. So this guy Dubois, he's doing something under the surface that... just intriguing. And now he's got the psychological game and the aggressive game. Obviously, I'd never say he's gonna wash Usyk, but if there's ever a guy to do it, don't forget he's rocked Usyk to his boots. Yeah, he stopped Usyk legitimately. Although I do think, tell a lie. If the referee had a count to 10, Usyk would have made the count, to be fair. But either way, AJ and Fury didn't land no shots that had Usyk doubled over. So Dubois is not a complete punk. He's not completely naive. Now, in that Usyk fight, he gave Usyk way too much time and credit. He come out next time, tighten his defense up even more, like Canelo or Beterbiev or whoever else. Suck his elbows in and get on that guy. Because Chisora can't punch, and he was on Usyk. Get on him. Pop. Overwhelming force, second and third phase. Because Usyk's going to be running around the place, no doubt, at some point. Give him the second and third. Just mosh all over him. I don't see how Usyk going to be able to... I've seen Usyk gassed against AJ, who's no good, right? Let's call it a spade. Usyk, and rightfully so, he's only 220 pounds soaking wet, so he's not supposed to be. But the point is, people, yes, he rocked Fury, but Fury wasn't even fighting hard. Fury's finished, right? He rocked Fury in that, but he was blowing. Usyk was gassed as well, because Fury's no good. In both the second AJ fight, he beat AJ, but it was... People, you're having a fight with AJ. That's what you do with AJ. Yeah? He's no good. You go straight through him like a hot knife through butter. That's how you treat AJ. AJ's any man in this game. Fact. I don't want to hear no more about Johnston. I don't want to hear no more about how he's got a new trainer, how he's got his new mental thing now, how he's spiritual now, how he's zen now, how he's in the Matrix now, how he's hard now, how he's still learning now. Yeah? I don't want to hear it no more. I'm tired of it. I've been tired of it, and I've been telling you I'm tired of it. Oh, you hating. Tired. Yeah? No more new trainer. No more new mindset. No more I'm hard now. I've watched a few Roman documentaries. Just tell the truth. I'm here to collect the bag and I can't fight for toffee. I'm here to collect the bag and I can't fight for toffee. That's what you need to say from that on. That's what we saw. He's no good whatsoever. No good at all. Dubois gave Hrgovic more respect. Dubois gave Jerome Miller more respect, man. Dubois have no respect for this guy. He's sweet. He smelt the sweetness, man. And rightfully so. Because he is sweet. He's sweet. Any man that's in there for 5 rounds with Otto Wallin is sweet. Just standing there. Any man who rocks Otto Wallin and don't want to get on top of him is sweet. The homosexuals were telling me. The Anthony Johnston homosexuals were telling me, no, IB, no, he's patient now. He's patient, and no, you can read it all now, and he knows when to go and when not to go. Oops. How'd that work out for you, man? You sick right now. You sick and missing. That's the truth. All the AJ stands, which was 90% of people, where them man at right now? They missing. I need to know where they at. Where they at? Where they at? Johnston, my doggy Pace Doll says, Johnston does not go to Valhalla. He does not travel, people. He does not travel to Valhalla. That was weak. That performance was whack from him. Hugging as well. He almost turned it into a hug fest. If it wasn't the fact that Dubois is totally ferocious in the ring or out, yeah, it would have turned into a hug fest. Fact, right? AJ would have been happy hugging on like Richard Hug Paul or Lawrence Hug Coley and turning it into a hug fest and a big stinker. And I was worried at one point. I thought, if Dubois don't get to him, they're going to rig the cards somehow. But not listen. Dubois didn't leave it in the hands of the judges, man. He smoked that guy, and rightfully so. Big shout out to my doggy Adam for coming through and boosting up the coin as well. No doubt about it, people. Let's have a look at the live chat as well. Vagabond said, YB, Usyk was ringside. I thought you said he'd been arrested by the FSB. You got cut, bro. CJ said, Usyk is a boring fighter, arm puncher. Nobody cares if he leaves. No, he's not a he's good though. He's not. I think the thing about Usyk is he's not a heavyweight. We can all agree that he's not a heavyweight. This is the heavyweight division, man. Danny D is the heavyweight division. He's stopping everyone. He ain't taking no prisoners. People, what would Danny D do to Fury? Danny D will go straight through him like a hot knife through butter. Usyk might go life and death with Fury again. What's Fury gonna do with Danny D? His chin's like rock solid. His chin's like the real Joe Joyce chin. I've never seen him bothered. Ever. Forget about Lorena. That was his knee. It must have been his knee. Because he's been hit. And I'll say this now before I go. Be careful, people. I told you. If Danny D wins, get ready for the test tomorrow. Because I found it odd how Eddie Hearn saying, oh yeah, we want the rematch. We want the rematch. I'm thinking, you wouldn't want that rematch. So be careful now. We've seen this playbook before. Yeah, do not be shocked in the next week if it comes out Danny D's hot. And that's what the people, I don't care. Danny D could be on 10 grams of gear a week. It would never make you put the beats on someone like that. Right? So don't even bother. If the news breaks, don't even bother coming to me and saying, maybe Johnson's still the guy. Eddie Hearn's going to wipe the record off. Like he did for Devin Haney. Because AJ is the guy. Don't play. This was a clean performance and he beat the brakes off dude. And in the rematch, he'll beat the brakes off him again. Alright then, people, I'm going to get out of here. It's late now. It's 11:41. I'm going to come back tomorrow and do probably another live as well because I'm red hot for this one. I've legitimately got a boner right now. I should have really recorded I should have recorded myself watching it. I was gassed, man. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I've always thought was coming true. Do you understand? Coming true. Right before my eyes. Someone actually doing what they're supposed to do for once. Not playing around, having a look, boxing. Just straight in there with... Cus D'Amato said it. Bad intentions. You throw shots with bad intentions. Pop, pop. Everything was bad. Yeah, same as Buatsi. That's what's been missing from Buatsi's kind of career. He's too one-geared. He comes out tonight red hot. That's the difference. Buatsi for me went from looking like a B- fighter to an A+ fighter. What changed? His level of willingness to get it. Same as Dubois, really. When Dubois fought Usyk and earlier in his career, he'd kind of jump around and have a look. He'd be jumping around boxing for too long. Now he's straight in there, wading in. And in this generation, people don't want to wade nowhere. And this ain't the 1980s. In the 1980s, everyone wants to fight. Even D-level dudes will get in there and have a go. This day and age, the top guys, they're too busy drinking milk and wine in Benidorm. Or AJ wanking off on a GQ runway. Yeah? People, no man on a GQ runway gonna get in there and fight. Yeah? They're just not gonna do it. Do you understand? Richard Riakporhe, he modelling somewhere. Soft. When you people, what do you think happen when you hang around with too many of them zesty modelling cats and them design cats? What do you think happen? You go soft. You fall off. Yeah? Anyway, people. Big shout out to my doggy, Adam Ski, for coming through and boosting up the coin. Yo, YB, make sure AJ gets £2 of this to get a trainer. Oh, I can't wait to roast Ben Davison, man. Big shout out to my doggy Yorkie. Keep up the good work, pal. He needs a new trainer, man. His days are down bad. Anyway, I'm getting get out of here, and I'll catch you, man, tomorrow. Appreciate everyone for coming through and boosting up the coin. I'm probably going to try and go live, 6 p.m. tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Sunday. So I'll come back for that. Smash the like button on your way out, people. Big love. Salute to all the super chatters. Much appreciated. And I'll catch you, man, tomorrow evening. No doubt about it. People, stop it.